I'm meteorologist Evan Stewart. It is Friday, November 8th. Time now for an update on the tropics. Not much time left in the Atlantic hurricane season. Of course, it runs through the end of November, officially ends on November 30th. And we could still see some activity in December. It's happened before, and it could have happened this year. But notice, even from October 1st to November 1st, and then how much the activity really starts to go down here as we head into the month of November. On average, only about 10, or since we've been keeping records from 1944 to 2020, we've only had about 10 storms in there. So again, it is very rare that we start to see activity here in the month of November, although we do have a hurricane out there. That is Hurricane Rafael. One other area that has a very low-end chance of development. So still fairly active in the Atlantic. As we take a look at the list of names, of course, we've had 5 major hurricanes. We had Beryl earlier in the year, became one of the earliest Category 5s on record. And then we had Tropical Storm Chris, Hurricanes Debbie, Ernesto, and Francine, Tropical Storm Gordon, Major Hurricane Helene, of course, which caused all the issues through parts of the Appalachian Mountains in western North Carolina and western Virginia with the flooding. Then we had Isaac, Joyce, Hurricane Kirk, Leslie, and Milton, which of course again was a major hurricane, caused problems through parts of Florida. Nadine, Oscar, Patty, and now we had Rafael, our 5th major hurricane of the year. Now Rafael has weakened to a Category 2 hurricane, and it's still out here in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, south of Louisiana, not really affecting any land masses. Some of the outer rain bands, some of the outer clouds heading up towards the southern tip there of Louisiana down towards Plaquemines Parish and places like that, and a few high thin clouds towards the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. But as of the 4 o'clock advisory on Friday, had winds of 100 miles per hour, just drifting to the west, and it's going to continue to weaken out here in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. Even though water temperatures could sustain a tropical system, the upper level winds just not there to allow a system to develop. It's actually going to push it towards the south. As we get here into the late fall and start to transition over towards winter, we see those strong cold fronts move through, and we're seeing some of that down towards the Gulf of Mexico as well. Again, just not as favorable for any kind of development. And there is one other cluster of thunderstorms out here just north of Hispaniola, or north of Hispaniola, heading over towards the Turks and Caicos. Only about a 10% chance of development for this system. Of course, we still have the rest of the month of November to go, and we'll keep an eye on things in the tropics. That's the latest tropics update. I'm 13 News Now meteorologist Evan Stewart.